Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the collective, aka a love oracle. Pardon me. For today is Tuesday, October 14th, 2025. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates. Read the description. Read in the box, okay? Read the rest in the box. We're going to use the Price of Love Oracle by Crystal Banner. I was talking about it this morning, I think, and when I came home, I was like, I think I'm going to do a love oracle with the banner. That's what I call her now, the banner. The banner. She really is one of my favorites, you know? I really do love her decks. I'm not going to lie. I hope everybody had a good Tuesday. Mine was very uneventful. My friend came back from her vacation. She brought me 2 tanks, which was very sweet of her. And then she got her employee gift from the company because they all came late. Employee appreciation was like the second week of September. We all just started getting our gifts like a few weeks ago. And I think I got mine like 2 weeks ago. Maybe like 3. She got hers and she brought it to me today. She's like, I don't want this. Do you want it? And it's nice. It's like a little black sweater, no zip, no closure. So it kind of hangs open. It's got 2 pockets. And I looked at her, I'm like, are you sure you don't want this? She's like, I don't like it. I don't like the way it looks on me. I don't care how it looks on me. I like the sweater. I'm taking it. I took it. I'll wear it. I'll totally wear it. I think this winter I'm going to have to stuff my locker with a few long sleeve shirts and a few sweaters because I'm thinking this year I might actually get cold in the warehouse. I was talking to my friend when I got home, making plans to hang out on Saturday, and I had the window like open like half, like so like the bottom was here, okay? All the windows in the house in the condo look the same. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I gotta get up and close this window. Like, why is it so cold in here? And it's not. It's like 70 degrees in here. I was freezing. Anywho, I had a good day at work. I hope you guys had a good day doing whatever it is you do. Oh, okay. Thank you, sir. We got 3 on the table. I literally just felt the need to say 1 major. There's no majors in this deck. There's no majors in this deck. Maybe for whoever this is going to be a big deal. Like this is going to be like a major event. Like someone is not expecting this. Okay, we're going to do 2 more shuffles. Thank you to the lovely lady that commented. If you're follow, if you subscribe, if you're watching this, thank you to the lovely lady. Actually, I don't even know why I said that. Thank you to the lovely person, okay? Because I don't know if it's a lady, I don't know if it's a man, that commented about the video of the reader and how it was gone, but then it was back. I'm gonna have to go back and watch some readings from like yesterday, today, or whatever, and see. Because when I saw the comment, I was like, maybe it's all fake. maybe the whole reader is AI. Oh, that's scary. Okay, I think I did an extra shuffle, but it's fine. We got 4 on the table. We got 5 with bottom of the deck. Top of the deck is communication, which I definitely think someone's going to receive. We've got love. We've got fate. Follow your heart. What? Okay. Listen to your heart, but was it Roxette? Okay, listen to your heart. I think it's Roxette, right? Or or at least they did one version. Except I was hearing her voice, the singer's voice. But I was hearing her voice say, "Follow your heart." We got dream come true. And then bottom of the deck, money versus love. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. It doesn't matter. Oh. So someone has love coming in. This is fated. This is going to feel like a dream come true. Like I said, when I heard one major, but there's no major, right? Because it's Oracle. I said this is going to be like a major event for somebody. Like they're not expecting this. And that's not to say that like someone's never been in love or, maybe, I mean, somebody could even be in a relationship, right? And then all of a sudden here comes Mr. Right, Mrs. Right, right? And, you realize like, oh, this is the one. Like I thought this was the one, but like this is the one. Someone's being told to follow their heart. This money versus love. So I'm gonna say two things. One, and I was literally just thinking about this today. Because I was thinking I was thinking in regards to myself and like the past and the ex-husband and other relationships and stuff. But like when I enjoy spending time with a person, and you can take love out of it technically, okay? Like even friend, right? Like when I enjoy spending time with a person, when I make plans with a person, or I know like I'm going to hang out with somebody like every Saturday, or I'm going to see my boyfriend or girlfriend, every Tuesday and Thursday. I will give up the opportunity to make money to hang out with a person. Okay? Lover, friend, family member, it doesn't matter. Okay? Obviously this is in regards to love. But I'm just saying like I would give up money, give up working overtime, take a vacation day to hang out with a friend, a family member, a lover. Okay? If they're important to me, if I want that quality time, I will give up the money to spend time with them. Okay? One, I think there might be an aspect to this situation where somebody is going to kind of have to choose. Like, okay, like, because like me, myself, right? Like I just said, like, what if my boyfriend, and I don't have a boyfriend, but I'm just saying, like, what if my boyfriend, his only day off was Sunday, and technically I am off Sunday, but I volunteer on Sundays, right? I've been volunteering for months at work for OT on Sundays. So what if I say, okay, uh, I just won't work the Sundays anymore because I want to spend that time with you. That's your only day off. Technically, it's my day off. I will give up the OT. I will give up the extra cash to spend time with my boyfriend. There's going to be a call for somebody to have to like make that choice. I'm just going to say this. You need to do whatever is best for you. If you need to work extra, because you need that to survive, then you should do that. Okay. However, if it's optional and you don't need to do it, and you have the opportunity to spend quality time with your person, with whoever this love interest is, I would do that, especially in a newer relationship. Okay. Like just starting out, like you should want to spend time together, right? Like that's relationships, spending time together, having a good time, getting to know one another, learning each other. Sometimes you have to make a decision, love over money, and if you can, I I would do it. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't necessarily need that cash, like I would totally do that. It's just like another example, like was it last month when I had that weekend where Saturday was the dinosaur exhibit at the Lake County Fairgrounds, and then Sunday was the concert in the. Oh no! Actually, no. I think the dinosaur was the week before. That Saturday was the quinceanera, and then Sunday was the concert in the park with the food trucks and stuff. And I wanted to go to the concert in the park with the food trucks, so I didn't take on OT. And it's funny because that week, my boss actually came to me and asked me, like, "You're coming in on Sunday?" And I was like, "I can't." Like Saturday, I'm going to the quinceanera, and Sunday, I'm going to this thing in the park. I ended up going, and it wasn't like there was nobody there, and Part B, there was like one food truck, and I didn't even see the band. And it was already like 15 minutes after the time it was supposed to start. I was like, so I took off and I went to the Mexican place and went through the drive thru and got some tacos and a shrimp quesadilla. Don't judge me on the shrimp quesadilla. They are amazing. If you haven't ever had a shrimp quesadilla, go get one. Find one. God's kiss. Seriously. Chef's kiss. So that was the weekend I decided not to take that extra money and I stayed home, like I took the extra day off. And I just did that for me because I wanted to do stuff. The other thing with this card too is it's number 2, right? It's the same old, money versus love. Like are you in love with somebody because you're in love with that person, or are you in love with them because of their money? Are you in love with a person because you're in love with that person, or are you in love with them because you think the two of you are going to get together and build some empire and make a lot of money? Because empires fall. When you get into a lover situation and you get into a relationship for love, make sure that is based on love. Make sure you love that person. Because if you're, and I can give you an example on this too, if you're getting into a relationship because you think it's going to be profitable in the long run, or you think it's going to be stable for you and you're not going to have to worry about money, if there's no love in front of that, then what are you doing? And I'm just going to use this example. I've used it before. If you follow, if you subscribe, pardon me, I'm always yawning in here. I'm fine out there, but I'm yawning in here. Magician, and you say magi for short. I just heard The Curse of the Magi. Wasn't that like a movie or a book or something? Anywho, I'm not cursed, damn it. I'm not cursed. I'm normal. I'm not normal. I mean, nobody's normal. What was I saying? Oh, okay. Yeah, my example. Me, the ex-husband. When I met my ex-husband, he makes a decent salary where he works. Okay, an hourly wage. He's an hourly employee. When I met him, he was doing overtime. He was working extra Sundays, the whole bit. Now, he was paying child support every 2 weeks. And he was at the time paying alimony, aka maintenance, right? Now they call it maintenance, to his ex-wife. That was supposed to go on for 2 years. I think he ended up agreeing to give it to her for 3 years, I think. Yeah, because it stopped. It stopped right after we got married, I think, in 2015. But even though when I first met him, like he didn't have a lot of money coming in because he was giving her money, he was, for his kid and for her. I knew in so many years, like he was going to have his whole paycheck. He's going to get raises every year. He has a 401k. He gets bonuses from his work every 6 months. He gets a nice chunky bonus. And when I say a nice bonus, I mean he gets thousands of dollars in bonus every 6 months from his company. That is nothing to sneeze at. Like I don't get that. And I work for like a top whatever company in America. And I don't get that, you know? So that's nothing to sneeze at. Like, and when you figure that into his salary, like he makes a good salary. He makes a good salary now. I mean, we've been divorced. It'll be 3 years. This coming January, we'll be divorced 3 years. He makes even more money now. He does really well for himself, technically, right? When I met him, I was thinking the future. Like once he was done paying child support, once he was done paying the maintenance, he was going to have a nice paycheck. He was going to, be stable, reliable, again, like that's a good energy going forward. Not necessarily in the then, but later, right? Now, did I love my ex-husband? I did love my ex-husband. I was in love with my ex-husband when I married him. Absolutely. But in the back of my mind, there was always that thought that, like, this is going to be a stable man. This is somebody that I can rely on. This is somebody that will take care of me. I mean, I'm going to take care of him too. But you know what I'm saying? Like, the money would be there. The thing is when the money was there and he was done with the maintenance and the child support, by that point, I was already at my wit's end because I literally had taken care of him for how many years? And here's the other thing. He gets his maintenance and he gets his child support back, right? Like he no longer has to pay that. So now he has a whole paycheck. And when he gets that whole first paycheck, what did I tell you guys that he wanted to do with it? Do you remember? If you follow, if you subscribe, what did he want to do? What did the ex-husband want to do with his paycheck that first week that he did not have to pay child support or maintenance? Well, he stopped paying the maintenance years before, but he wanted to use all that extra money to buy comic books. Yeah. hmm He wanted to invest it. Yeah. Okay. I still love my ex-husband. I still have feelings for him. Like I want nothing but the best for him. I want him to have a wonderful life and be happy and healthy. Okay. I want that for him. I don't hate him. I don't wish him any ill will. Nothing like that. Comic books, people, comic books. That's what he wanted to invest in. Okay. All right. Listen, even though I was in love with him, it was always in the back of my head that there was going to be money there. And just call it a Kimism. Getting into that relationship with him and money always being in the background, And again, don't get me wrong, like I was in love with him when I married him, but money always being an issue and in the background thinking, okay, one day he'll have money, like that haunted our relationship. Like that haunted me, that haunted our relationship. And at the end, it was just like, who the fuck cares if he has a whole paycheck? Like everything else seemed to fall apart in the marriage. Like I literally felt like for years and years and years, I was doing everything, I was paying for everything. There was no stability there. There was no reliability. It was all on my shoulders. Like I might as well have just been single. And then after everything is said and done, like he still does not understand what it is to be an adult. And it's kind of like that karma coming back to bite you in the ass, right? Because I got into that relationship thinking, okay, in the future, he's going to be solid. He's going to be golden. He's going to have money. And God's like, don't get into a relationship thinking that. When you get into a relationship, you're supposed to love somebody what is it? In goodness and health, right? Or what is it? In good and bad health? I can't remember what it is. Money or no money, right? And it's kind of funny because that karma, man, like I loved him, was in love with him for a long time, and he had nothing. He was paying child support, he was paying maintenance. And then all of a sudden he has this whole paycheck, and it's like, it just went to shit. And in my mind, and you can call me crazy all you want, in my mind, that was karma. Because one of the reasons why I married him was stability, future stability, money. I'm just saying, when you get into a relationship and you look at it and you look at another person, how do you feel about them? You know, we talk all the time. We talk all the time about like getting together with our soulmate and building an empire and we're going to be millionaires and you're going to have your 10 of cups. Okay, what if you get together with your soulmate and you just stay where you are? You know, the two of you work your little 9 to 5 jobs and you come home and you have, a little 3 bedroom house and, two bath, 2 car garage, you got a dog, you got a cat, kids, no kids, whatever. What if that's all you have? What if you never build like an empire? What if you never make millions? What if other people look at your relationship and be like, that's all you did? You have to be happy with that. You have to be happy with your relationship from start to finish, no matter what it is, no matter what the context is. Like I had it in my head that, in 6 years, no more child support, no more maintenance, he's going to have money. But really, when I looked at it and when I got together with him and made a commitment to him and got married to him, I really should have been looking at it like this. He's going to pay child support and maintenance for the rest of our lives. Are you okay with that? Are you willing to settle for that? Are you willing to marry that? That's really how I should have looked at it. In sickness and in health. I knew I was going to remember it. I knew it. The ex-husband and I did not make up our own vows. We said the traditional vows, and I like the traditional vows. I do. Anywho, I looked at it from the wrong perspective. I looked at it the wrong way. I should have been looking at it like he's never going to have money. Will I love him anyway? Money is great and everything, but a couple could get together and be really happy and excited and build a business together and make, a couple $100,000 and pay off their house and, maybe sell the business, But the thing is underneath it all is the love there. Because who cares about that other shit? That can come and go. You know, think about it like this. And I'm not trying to depress anybody or make anybody sad. But here in the US, there are a lot of people that are like one paycheck, two paychecks away from being evicted from their homes, that are defaulting on their credit card payments, their mortgage payments. They can't afford to pay for things. Groceries are expensive, gas is expensive. The government is not in session still. I don't know. I haven't watched the news in a few days. I'm assuming it's still not in session. It's so messed up right now. Like, you have to look at it like this, though. Like, I have to look at it like through real eyes. Like, this is how I'm always going to live my life. Groceries are always going to be expensive. Rent is always going to be expensive. Gas is always going to be expensive. Do I have the money to make it through that? And is that going to be enough? You know, can I figure out how to pay my $200 electric bill? And probably next month and the month after, you know. I don't know. Call me crazy, but something about money versus love. Take how it resonates for you. I'm just saying, don't get into a relationship and base it on money, because God will make sure that that bites you in the ass. Make sure there's love there. And that's the thing. Like, if you love someone and they love you, like, who cares if you're poor? Are you happy? Are you in love? Fabulous. Who cares about the rest? I'm just saying. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope it resonated for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.